Evening and a noisy one. The pitch very heavily watered here. Conditions good for watching. Let's hope they're also good for playing as well. Let's take a check on the two teams. Manchester United with a changing goal. Les Sealey injured at Wembley, misses this one, and 23-year-old Gary Walsh, who certainly had a two-year nightmare himself with injuries, gets his first European game. And skipper Brian Robson, who missed the first leg through suspension, he returns, but Paul Ince is out with a slight knee injury. So United will line up with the usual defence. In midfield, Webb, no doubt, seeking to put a disappointing Rumbelows final behind him. Robson, Phelan and Sharp completing that midfield. Hughes and McClare, who scored in every round at Brian McClare, they're up front. Now, what about Legia Warsaw? Still without their first-choice goalkeeper, who's suspended, though his understudy, Robakovic, was just about their only hero in Warsaw a fortnight ago. But now their skipper, Kubicki, a much-capped defender, returns after injury. Another defender, though, Jozwiak, is suspended after being sent off in Warsaw. But their line-up on a night when Legia are desperate for goals will so much depend on a young striker, Kowalczyk, an 18-year-old, and Chizio, who scored their goal in the first leg, with Pisz and Iwanitsky making their chances from midfield. Substitutes, of course, as usual in Europe, 5 named, 2 can play. And in the United line-up there, young Mark Bosnich, the third-choice goalkeeper, a lad from Australia. Referee is Aaron Schmidhuber from Germany, supported by 2 German linesmen. He, in fact, refereed the World Cup game in Cagliari between England and the Republic of Ireland. Dennis Law with me. Dennis, one may be excused for thinking it should be a formality for Manchester United, but after Sunday, who knows?
Well, the way that you pronounce those Polish names, Brian, was absolutely excellent. And after the disappointment of Saturday, I fancy Manchester United will do it tonight.
Well, it's Legia Warsaw in the green strip attacking the goal to our left. We caught a glimpse there of Gary Walsh. A real big night for the young Manchester United reserve goalkeeper. McClare up to Phelan, playing on this right-hand side with Webb and Robson, the central midfielders. Clearance there by Robakovic. Chizio in there, who scored their goal, making a little bit of a nuisance of himself until Pallister gets it away. Webb up rather forcefully to Phelan. Up to Hughes. And he'll hope for a more profitable night than he had an afternoon at Wembley, faced by Nigel Pearson of Sheffield Wednesday. Iwanitsky. This is Pisz, the little playmaker through the middle of the field. Playing it to Bonk. Bonk again. Sobczak. And Webb intervening, getting the ball back to Pallister. And stretching the legs straight away there of Lee Sharp, who roasted them through much of the game in Warsaw. So much so that Paul Gamur, who was marking him, went off, I think, a happy man when he was substituted there. He had a terrific game in Warsaw, Lee Sharp. And so the Poles will know all about his pace and his power. Here he is again, showing good skill there. Phelan coming in, looking for the header! And it bounced over the crossbar, I think without the keeper getting a touch. But a lovely piece of work again by Lee Sharp, and you couldn't help but notice the space that Mike Phelan was allowed at that far post. Dennis Law.
Superb player, Sharp. He didn't have a particularly good game at Wembley, but that was a lovely run down by the United left. And when he got the cross in, nice header by Phelan, just got a bit too low.
Clearance there by Kubicki, playing as a sweeper there tonight. Blackmore. I think the United fans are licking their lips at the prospect of Lee Sharp having a go at this Polish defence again. Kowalczyk just got a touch, but it comes to Mike Phelan. Really should have been a relaxed, straightforward task for United tonight after that 3-1 lead in Warsaw a fortnight ago. Just get a little bit of mild concern after the limp and unimpressive way they played against Sheffield Wednesday, who thoroughly deserved their victory on Sunday. comes McClare. Hughes trying to get away from his marker there, the number 5, Chahosky.
He's a tough lad, isn't he?
Mark Hughes really battling away there. Certainly a tough prospect here for Legia Warsaw tonight. The Polish Army side, 4 times in their history they've been Polish champions. A record 9 times they've won the Polish Cup.
There was that awful result over there, wasn't it, for them? Because their away games in this competition so far have been absolutely excellent.
They held Aberdeen to a draw, Dennis, as you well know, and they drew also in Sampdoria, the leaders of the Italian First Division. But they were absolutely awful in Warsaw. Steve Bruce among the scorers there, now to Lee Sharp. All bobbling really unpleasantly at the moment in those central areas, in spite of the water that's been poured onto it this afternoon. Hughes playing it for Webb. Phelan sticking out the boot. Sobczak. A free kick to Legia Warsaw. Taken by Kubicki. Finding Bonk. Chikia. Up to Pish. And Gamua getting it back to the goalkeeper, Robakovic. With a header. And in the UEFA semi-finals, Roma are now through to the final, having beaten Brøndby, the Danish representatives. 2-1 with a goal from Rudi Völler, the West German, in the last minute of the game. We'll keep you really up to date with all the scores across Europe during this 90 minutes, and of course some crucial games being played in the Football League as well. Up to Webb. Oh, just over Webb's head. Chizio. Only succeeds in presenting the ball to McClare. Here's Sharp again, trying to get the ball in early. The throw to Manchester United. Looking for a date in the final in Rotterdam on May the 15th. United leading 3-1 after the first leg. McClare. It's Pallister. Pallister, who'd had a bit of a trouble with a ripped neck. Not sustained actually during the Rumbelows final, he tells me, but when he woke up the following morning. A throw to Manchester United. Clayton Blackmore with it. And a goal kick.
There's been a reasonable start by Legia as well, because they got such an uphill battle, 3-1 behind. They know that they've got to try and do something in the early part of the game. United, on the other hand, of course, will be trying to get another goal to really kill the game. So for the first few minutes of this game, it's been quite an attacking appearance by both sides.
A shot there of the Legia manager, Ladislav Stachurski.
He's got problems.
He has. Former Legia player himself, played 8 times for his country. And a free kick for Manchester United. And one of their players down in considerable pain there. We can have a look and see just what happened there. Sharp was in fairly close attendance there. And we can see that the Polish player saying that the boot was unnecessarily high.
Well, it seemed to catch him in the back somewhere. Didn't look a great deal, did it?
Well, let's have a look here, Dennis.
I think it was Clayton Blackmore, actually. I think he just, well, his boot was certainly raised, but I don't think he caught him, really.
I think Chizio's coming the old madam there a bit. Should just say we've spoken tonight to Les Seeley in hospital in Middlesex, and he sends his warmest good wishes to Gary Walsh, who's his replacement in goal tonight. Les has had an operation. He's feeling much better. My word, he did throw the flamethrower towards Jim McGregor, the physio, did. When Jim wanted to get him off with that injury, but Les wanted to stay on.
Well, you know the sanity of goalkeepers, Brian. No more said. Les will probably be listening.
Oh, it's none the worse for Jim McGregor, apparently. Sharp, a foul on him, a free kick to Manchester United. Brian Robson will take it, flicking it through up to Mark Hughes. Forward again by Bruce. There's Sharp again, getting the ball in early. Phelan again making good progress down that flank. Hughes couldn't get a shot in, but United get a throw. Leclerc, that'll be a corner. It came off Bonk. And Dennis Irwin will take it. Pallister's up. He caused all sorts of problems from these set pieces in Warsaw. They just couldn't cope with his jumping ability and his height. But that's of no profit to him. That was a poor corner from Irwin. And it'll be a throw to Legia Warsaw.
As you said, Brian, the game, and I only saw the highlights of it, but every time the ball went into the Legia penalty area, there was either Bruce or Pallister. And obviously this is going to be a tactic that Manchester United have got used tonight. Get it in there, because they look very suspect at the back.
Correct. Blackmore jumping for this one with Pish. Blackmore wins it, but Kamua gets it forward now to Chizio. A little bit of support up there as well. This is Pish. Ball cannoning off there, and it's almost for a moment came through to Ivanitsky. And in the end, United get it away. Only Hughes is up. Kubicki, the captain, who's had a trial with Leeds United while the first leg was being played. The scoreline with coming up to 11 minutes. Kowalczyk. Oh, that was a mistake by Bruce. Just at the moment, you get the feeling that United haven't totally put Sunday behind them yet. Here's Pish. Knocked in again by Czechia, but it's a goal kick.
I think you're right. You can't really forget when you've been beaten in the final so easily, and I would think it will be in the minds of the players, but only for the opening parts of the game until they start to get into a rhythm. Legia, even at the, I know they haven't tested Walsh in the United goal, but they seem to have been more attacking in the opening minutes of this game than they did in the whole of the game fortnight ago.
Leclerc with a big jump. It'll come to Pish. Stopped by Robson. In goes Blackmore. But the ball beats the pair of them into touch for a throw to Manchester United, which Clayton Blackmore will take. Leclerc, nice little turn. Webb. Pallister. Up to Hughes. Got it in well. Just behind the goal. Yes, Anna Ferguson was saying that they were absolutely flattened by that result at Wembley and nonplussed by the United performance on a day when they really wanted to do so well and failed on all counts to do themselves justice.
Well, they didn't get going at all. They kept waiting for the game to sort of liven up, and before they knew what it was, United had lost it. They just didn't get going at all. Apart from probably Bruce and Robson, I thought played reasonably well. The rest of the United team didn't.
Pallister. Webb. Spread wide to Blackmore. Just kept in for Sharp. Instantly, two green shirts converge on Sharp. Robson. Clare beaten. Some crisp tackling tonight in this Legia defence. And a free kick to the poles now. It certainly didn't look in United's class a fortnight ago, but they are acquitting themselves much better so far here at Old Trafford tonight. Still 0-0, United leading 3-1 on aggregate. That's Bonk. Touched on there by Czahovski. Czahovski again. Well, we saw none of this from Legia in the first leg. Chizio up to the floor there. Made a right old dive of that. Ivanitsi having a little argument with the referee about it. Cut him short. Good run here by Sobchak. This is Pish. And a goal kick.
Well, they're certainly having a go at United. As we said earlier on, they've got such a difficult task. They know they've got to try and get something into it. The shot was well wide, but they've got to throw more stuff at Walsh before they can get back into the game. They've got to do something, Brian. I mean, they just can't sit back.
There's Walsh with the kick. Kubicki getting it away. A foul off the ball there on Lee Sharp, I fancy. Being pulled back. And in the second division, Newcastle leading by a goal to nil at West Ham. And no goals in the game so important to Sheffield Wednesday, between Sheffield Wednesday and Leicester. There's the free kick. Leicester's header. We were saying a moment ago, Dennis, they look for him, and Pallister rarely fails them.
Good head of the ball. Now you've got to get the service into it, but again the header was too much at the goalkeeper.
Owen quick. Fish. Shot coming back to dispossess him, and Bruce tidying it up by getting it back to Gary Walsh. Phelan battling there with number 8, Ivanitski. Pallister with the kick. Gamur. Pallister. Covered easily by Ivanitski. Irwin knocking it forward again. First leg was a real downbeat affair in an old-fashioned stadium, to be honest, in Warsaw. Capacity 21,000 and a little more than half full. And to be honest with you, this is a bit downbeat here at the moment, but you get the feeling that United, if they can just nick a goal to get their confidence flooding back again, then it could still be quite a night. A throw to Manchester United, Dennis Irwin taking it. McClare. Irwin. Then jockeying for position on the far side, but straight into the keeper's arms. Kovacevic, the 24-year-old reserve goalkeeper of Legia. Chases on now for Clayton Blackmore with Pish. Chizio. Kowalczyk waiting in the middle. Robson getting the ball forward now to Webb. Now, the racing figure of Lee Sharp. That time Gamur, who had a really torrid time against him in the first leg, stuck to him well. Robson's throw. Sharp again. Might have been a little nudge there on Sharp's ankle by Gamur as he played that ball into touch, and indeed I think the referee's given a free kick to Manchester United. So Pallister forward in there again, Bruce in there again, McClare and Hughes, Robson in there too. Floated in there towards Hughes. Now Phelan looking to keep it going. Chahowski getting it away. A foul there on the number 10 Sobczak. And a free kick to Legia Warsaw.
Not just coming right for United. As you said earlier, I think the atmosphere doesn't feel like a European Cup tie. Whether that's because they're 3-1 up or whatever, you don't know. But United are not playing it well. They're being too rushed. I know it was a long ball to Sharp, but they should be playing to feet and trying to sort of calm it down, slow it down a bit, and build up more methodical, really.
Comes through to Walsh. Spurs 1, Everton 1 in the First Division, and Nottingham Forest leading by 2-0 at the City Ground against Norwich City. So they are in some rattling good goal-scoring form, Nottingham Forest, after their 7 on Saturday against Chelsea. And you can see Forest firsthand live against Liverpool on May the 6th from the City Ground. Irwin. I wonder what that's supposed to be.
Well, if it was his shot, it was a long way. If it was a pass,
well inside
it
his
was
own,
awful.
well inside his own half.
He might have seen the keeper off his line, you know.
Cambridge 2, Bournemouth 0, the latest score in the Third Division.
As the old saying is, Brian, we need a goal. Just to liven it up a little bit.
Desperate one, isn't it? Hughes. He's got McClare up ahead of him. And the Poles are well aware of the menace of Brian McClare. As I say, he's scored in every round of this competition so far. Irwin with the throw for Manchester United. There's McClare. Phelan knocking it in. And the header from Mark Hughes just wide.
Certainly the best opportunity, best chance of the game so far. Nice cross by Phelan as it comes in now. It was lovely because it was swinging away from the defenders. Hughes come right in at the far post. Didn't quite head it correctly, but good opportunity.
Pallister. Chahowski getting it back to his goalkeeper. Blackmore's header. Now Sharp. Forward that time by Blackmore. Just McClare up there. Hooked away again by Kubici. McClare. Easily cut out by Pish. Up to Chizio. Didn't really get a touch on that. Pallister playing it forward again. Chizio again. This time Sharp there. Now Webb. Phelan. Hughes. Back for Pallister. Irwin. Pallister again. It will not surprise you to know that there are spies both from Barcelona and Juventus in the stadium tonight. I don't think at the moment they'll be that impressed with Manchester United's form. And highlights, of course, from that other semi-final in the Cup Winners' Cup in Turin tonight. at half-time for the match here. Pallister hitting a long ball towards Lee Sharp, and very accurately too. Camille going out there trying to tie him up. But in the end, it's Bonk who puts it away behind for the corner.
I don't think there was no need for that, was there?
And he obviously is saying to the goalkeeper, I didn't hear you shout. So a corner for Manchester United. Lee Sharp will take it. Pallister forward again and Bruce forward again as United look for a way of getting past this Polish defence. But what a bad corner again. Owen racing to get across there to hold up Pish. A throw to Legia Warsaw. And with 24 minutes gone, still Manchester United 0, Legia Warsaw 0. In the second leg, United, I'm sure I don't need to tell you, leading 3-1 after the first leg. This is Gamur. Webb getting back. Leclerc being challenged by Kubicki. Free kick to Manchester United. They'll leave it for Dennis Irwin. Hughes jockeying for position. McClare in there. Pallister might be the target. Bruce on the far side is the target. And a goal kick.
Again, a good effort from United.
Might be an idea just to cheer ourselves up, Dennis, at the moment by looking at Manchester United's home record in Europe. They've never lost here at Old Trafford in all the years, from Dennis Law's days right
and
through to the
before.
present day and before. 46 played, 37 won, 9 drawn. They've lost not one.
That's an incredible record, really. But I think if they're going to maintain it, which I think they will do, but sort of to go out with a bit of style, they've got to come out and get that goal. I say before, it was a good effort by Bruce, but it was a long header, wasn't it? You know, very far out.
Owen to Phelan. Owen again. It's an interesting little ball there for Robson. Now, can Phelan turn this one back? Comes to Robson again. Good save by the keeper. Then almost put into more trouble by a defender, but an excellent reflex stop there by Robakitsi. And it'll be a free kick to Legia Warsaw. Good piece of goalkeeping there, Dennis.
Was because I thought Robson had done the wrong thing at the beginning when he knocked out first, but the shot and turn was superb, and the keeper had a wonderful save.
Yes, the cry from the crowd of Robson for England. It hasn't been the best of weeks for Brian Robson, losing his England place and then losing, of course, at Wembley. Challenging hard there, but he lost it to Chizio for all that. This is Sobchak. Chizio. Challenged by Irwin. Sobchak again, a goal kick.
I think that was a bit of a desperation shot, that. I think at this level in the semi-final, you would feel a player getting a ball in that situation would have done far better with it. I mean, it was a terrible angle as well. Should have taken into the box. Man, it's easy from up here, isn't it? He'd never make a mistake, but it really was an awful effort. Mind you, the crowd are starting to cheer a little bit, a little bit.
Right, let's see if Sharp can get them cheering now, or Robson. No, straight to Gamur. Certainly been a very profitable run in Europe for Manchester United this season. I figure they must have made something like £2 million out of gate receipts, television rights, ground advertising and so on. It's been a really profitable run. Past Pecci Munkash, the Hungarian Cup winners, and then Wrexham, and then Montpellier, the French Cup winners, and now Legia Warsaw. Pallister, the long ball through to Hughes. Phelan. One to Clayton Blackmore. Like a pinball machine at the moment in there. Robson right in there, Sharp in there. The breakthrough at last. Lee Sharp. A little example of the sharp shuffle at the end of it down by the corner flag. But a wonderful left foot strike.
Well, that's certainly what the game needed. A lot of ricochets in the penalty area. When it broke to Sharp, he did not hit that. So I don't really see many better. Something that the game sorely needed. Look at the ricochets that's coming. It was a shot by Blackmore originally. Robson tried to backheel it, went to Sharp, struck it superbly. Beautiful goal.
Pass actually came, I think, Dennis, from a Polish defender after Robson had tried to get it out to Lee Sharp, but it was touched by a pole in the end. Sharp firmly punished them, and United on their way.
Well, the crowd are cheering now, something that we desperately needed. Now we might see hopefully an exhibition of good football and quite a few more goals.
It's been a great season for Lee Sharp. That was his first goal in European competition. They started on Sunday, Dennis, giving Lee Sharp a fair bit of the ball. It looks as though they're trying to feed him much more consistently tonight.
Well, he's got the ability to do it, hasn't he? I mean, of all the young players who have come through the years, and they've always had terrific name, Lee Sharp earlier on was, you know, not quite George Best. I mean, we'll forget that, but ability-wise, and you feel, well, you know, can he do it? But he has done it. He's gone stronger.
It's Hughes. Keeper did well.
And also as well as a young boy as well, and to play in so many important games, and people expect it from you as well. You know, you forget he's young, and yet he's done it. He's done it at the highest level so far. Only young.
Pallister away. He's also got that wonderful ability of getting people out of their seats, hasn't he?
Well, that is lovely, isn't it? It's nice to see wingmen as well.
Bang on the head for Steve Bruce.
Yeah, he doesn't feel that. Defenders don't feel bangs in the head. It's only forwards, Brian. And you did say that.
The ball's been knocked out of play, I think. The referee stopped the game. Can't take any chances with head injuries, and Bruce is a real battler, though. It'll take more than that to stop Steve Bruce. Yeah, he got an elbow there. And here he is back in action again. Robson quick in there. A little flick from McClare didn't quite come off for them, though. This is Chikia from the midfield to Pish on the far side. And I imagine when we can show you from our camera on the other side of the field the Lee Sharp goal, the angle would be absolutely beautiful to see it in all its glory. To the goalkeeper, the back of it.
It's Sharp, for such a young lad, his temperament is absolutely superb.
Robson. Irwin knocking it forward. And that's given away by McClare. To Pish, the long ball forward. Kowalczyk chasing it. Pallister in there, getting it back safely to Walsh.
Pallister had a good season as well, hasn't he?
Indeed he has. Took a little time to settle in here, and people wondered about the money that had been spent bringing him from Middlesbrough, but he's rammed all the criticism down their throats this season.
Well, it was a lot of money, wasn't it? It was, what was it, 2.3 million or whatever? A lot of money for a defender. And it must play on his man and all, but he's come through it, and the partnership with him and Bruce has been superb, with plenty of goals, and defended well.
Chikia. It's a Legia ball. And a free kick. Chikia. Kubicki joining with the attack for the first time. Bonk. putting it away behind. And let's have a look at this goal, the Lee Sharp goal from the other side of the field. Robson trying to make something of it, and then it's the pole who puts it into Lee Sharp's path. The keeper, in fact, just got a hand to it, but the power threatened to snap that hand off as it went into the back of the net. As you can see, he's first in Europe. This is Bonk. The number 10, Sobchak. Let's tell you about Bonk, the number 4. He spells his name B-A-K, but I'm told on good authority it's Bonk is the pronunciation. A critic a couple of Sundays ago had a little bit of fun at my expense, but I'm sure that is the correct pronunciation. Kubicki. Oh, what a bad ball there. There. Hughes. Charged down well by Kubicki. Thinking about pronunciations, when you go around Europe with Mark Hughes, they can't understand the foreign commentators how H-U-G-H-E-S can possibly pronounce Hughes. That's the other side of it. The corner then for Manchester United. Dennis Irwin will take it. Problem on the edge of the box while players are jockeying for position, I think. United trying to get in positions, and the Poles physically holding them off, and the German referee deciding that that's got to be cut out. Irwin with the corner. A very deep one there towards Steve Bruce. Pallister sticking out the long legs. Hughes putting it away brilliantly. Hughes by the Legia goal. And you really feel now that United are beginning to get into their stride, Dennis Law.
Yes, and a similar position, of course, when he scored over in Warsaw a couple of weeks ago, coming in from the right-hand side. He's so strong. He battled against two players. Again, he comes inside, and he's not afraid to have a shot. Very dangerous situation like that. Just wide.
Off the back of Sharp's head, Bruce behind him. Chikia to Pish. Leclerc getting it forward. Came off the Polish defender. A throw to United. About 9 minutes to go to half-time. Lee Sharp, the scorer of the only goal so far, but with an effort that had a lot more to it than that one.
Maybe the right foot not as strong as the left.
Just maybe. Cambridge United chasing a promotion spot out of Division 3, now 3 up in their game against Bournemouth. And Gillingham losing 2-0 at Maidstone in Division 4. And that's big time down in that part of Kent, that particular game. Gamur with a throw for Legia Warsaw. Chizio, Fish, picking it forward, Pallister picking it up. And the Poles hardly getting out of their own half now. Sharp trying to hands it away, and in the end it was Bonk who put it behind for the corner.
They'll be doing a lot of defending if they give United so much room. Again, a lovely ball from Pallister. Too sharp. Great skills to come round the keeper.
Good to get the feeling now, Dennis, there could be 1 or 2 more goals here tonight now.
Well, if they give United the room, then there's a possibility, yes.
Webb with the corner. Driven in this time. And it'll be another one.
And right enough they should be, with the ability that is in the United team. If they're 4-1 up, and they should be able to get some more.
Webb again. Floated this time towards Steve Bruce, and Pallister too. Bruce trying to touch it in. Blackmore up there. Kowalczyk brought down, and a good advantage played there so far as the Poles are concerned. But Pallister now getting back, slipping, getting to his feet again, and eventually getting it back towards Pallister. But Phelan now will complete the clearance for United. Up to Mark Hughes. A touch for Irwin. Played forward now for Robson. That looked a handball, surely. And again, he's played an advantage. And in the end, there was no advantage to Brian Robson and Manchester United. Mickey Phelan now. Here's Webb. The crowd get a feeling that United are now firmly getting on top. United's ball, Sharp with a throw, Blackmore. Long cross coming in. It'll come now for Irwin, possibly. The best of shots. He's never scored for Manchester United, and not likely to with a shot like that. A throw. Or is it a free kick to Legia Warsaw? It'll be a free kick.
He looks a worried man.
Yes, the Polish manager looks a worried man. Pallister with the header. Blackmore going in for support. Bruce to Webb. To Phelan. Hughes down the line there. Marked out of it though by Czachovski. This is Sobchak. Bonk. Time at Hillsborough, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester City 0. I said it's important for Sheffield Wednesday. Of course, it's so important for Leicester at the other end of the table. Robson with the header. Leclerc knocking it towards Lee Sharp. Gamur getting in there. Sharp trying to hurdle that challenge. Bonk getting it forward to Pish. And another throw. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. Bruce. Robson. To Blackmore. Up towards Sharp again. Kubicki. Long towards Kowalczyk. Touchdown though by Irwin for Pallister to take it into his stride. Bring in Blackmore. Far too hard for Leclerc. Ivanitsky brought down by Webb. No foul. Sharp with a long ball there towards Mark Hughes. Taken beautifully on his chest, but the pole was just a little too close to him, and Phelan trying to get the ball in now for Irwin. Manchester United's throw.
Well, it didn't come to anything that one, but that was a striker's dream. When you've got a player in your team who could knock balls like that, marvellous.
Irwin. And now Phelan. Bruce knocked on the back of the head that time. But I don't think you can blame Chikia. So he's really in the wars with bangs on the head today. Rangers 1, Dundee United 0 in the Scottish Premier League. And maybe we might just get a chance of seeing just what Steve Bruce did there. Was it an elbow, do you think, Dennis?
Yes, I do, yes. The guy, he turned his back and just elbowed him. See it there? Just knocked him on the head.
seems to be so prevalent in the game these days. I don't know whether in your playing days, whether there were so many elbows flying around.
I was just going to say the same. It really has, this last 2 years, 3 years, everybody seems to be elbowed everybody. I don't think we ever had it in our day. Mind you, to be fair, we were such clean players that we wouldn't do things like that.
Well, there's Mal Donaghy warming up. And Mark Robbins there as well, you can see. I suppose if Bruce has to come off, which I think is probably unlikely, knowing Steve Bruce, it'll be Mal Donaghy who comes on. Forest 3 up against Norwich. Stuart Pearce has scored his 15th goal of the season.
It's been defenders' season for scoring goals, isn't it?
Well, you've got the man on the ground there at the moment, Steve Bruce. Dennis, an amazing season of 18 goals. Right, 10 of them have come from the spots, but 7 in the last 8 games. And,
that is fantastic, really.
Brian Robson just a little concerned there about Steve Bruce.
Well, I suppose with being 4-1 up, I don't think there's really any necessity for staying on, but if you're a professional player, you'd want to carry on anyway, but maybe the manager would like him to come off. I'm not too sure.
Just making sure, I think, that he can understand what he's saying, Jim McGregor, and his left eye is in a pretty bad way there, Steve Bruce.
Well, he might wait. I was going to say, Brian, he might wait until half-time to see if anything's going to happen.
It's a little more than a minute away now, Dennis, so... Irwin with the free kick. Kubicki away. Tucked in again there by Neil Webb. Can Sharp get there? Down he goes. Not much of a clearance there, and it'll only come now to Neil Webb. Into injury time at the end of the first half. Webb just feeding it through there towards McClare. And Chizio just preventing the ball from going for a corner. So a throw to Manchester United. Don't forget, at half-time we'll be bringing you right up to date with pictures of the other Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. In Turin between Juventus and Barcelona. Out to Sharp again. Cross came off the defender. Sharp trying to keep it going and finding Robson. Knocked away by Chahosky. In again there by Sharp. Up goes Robson again. And Pish leading the charge away now for Legia Warsaw. Chizio up ahead of him. Ivanitsky in there too. Kowalczyk coming forward. This is the number 10, Sobchak. And Irwin taking it off him. More than that, getting it down the line to Hughes. But the half-time whistle goes. To be fair, an unimpressive first half all around. But United have widened their margin by the goal from Lee Sharp, giving them an aggregate score of 4-1 overall, and on the night here by a goal to nil. That's the situation at Old Trafford.
Welcome back. Precious little other than the only goal of the game for the fans to talk about here at half-time. But for you, a Manchester United European goals competition with the prize, a trip for 2 to see the final in Rotterdam on May 15.
Goal A, Clayton Blackmore's bender against the Hungarians of Pécsi Munkács.
Blackmore with a good long ball forward for Brian McClare. It's Blackmore again. Good effort from Blackmore. Manchester United the perfect start on their return to European football.
Goal B, Gary Pallister against the Welsh representatives Wrexham.
Back it goes from Sharp to Webb in first time. Bruce and Pallister on the far post. It drops for Pallister. Oh, what a splendid goal by Gary Pallister.
This was Gary Pallister. Coming up, goal C, Mark Robbins, also against Wrexham.
Now Phillips has given it away to Ince. Ince looking dangerous. It's a great run this by Ince. Turned in by the goal poacher, Mark Robbins. But here's the man who engineered that goal. A marvellous run by Paul Ince.
Goal D, United's quickest goal of the competition, but do you think it's the best? Brian McClare.
And here's Lee Sharp making a great pass. McClare! A wonderful start for Manchester United. A fabulous start by United. And the speed and the wonderful skills of Lee Sharp is what completely undid Montpellier.
Finally, goalie from 2 weeks ago, a Mark Hughes special.
Fish. Good challenge there by Donaghy. Hughes. Rager stayed down. Hughes, a little dummy by him. Oh, fabulous goal! Mark Hughes. What a tremendous piece of football by Mark Hughes.
Absolute great tackle from Mal Donaghy to set it up. Mark's done terrific.
Manchester United Goal of Europe competition. A, Clayton Blackmore. B, Gary Pallister. C, Mark Robbins. D, Brian McClare. And E, Mark Hughes. And here's the phone number. It's the usual one, 0898 404 505. 0898 404 505. Hope to see you in Rotterdam.
And from where Manchester United are surely 45 minutes away, that's all. Well, after the break, highlights of the other semi-final. The first half of Juventus against Barcelona. Don't go away. Well, the other semi-final is going on in Turin, the one between Juventus and Barcelona, with Barcelona holding a 3-1 lead from the first leg. First half highlights with Tony Francis.
Juventus are desperate to rescue a miserable season. Baggio had promised a night to remember, but Casiraghi not quite on the same wavelength. Terrific chance wasted 3 minutes in. What must Schillaci have been thinking? The World Cup hero left on the bench, no goal for 5 months. Barcelona were hardly out of their own half until Ronald Koeman exploded into life. Another rising, bending free kick, but Tacconi more than equal to it. Frustration was certainly mounting at the other end. Subisarreta just managing to deny Hassler this time. By now, Totò Schillaci was on for Casiraghi, but it was Hassler again, bringing the best out of Subisarreta. The little German midfielder signed after the World Cup, so close to pulling one back, but Barcelona holding firm at half-time.
Welcome back to Old Trafford. We're now ready for the start of the second half. The teams are on the field, as you can see. Manchester United leading by a goal to nil, 4-1 on aggregate. And Steve Bruce, who had that head injury just before half-time, he's on the field again. Free kick to Manchester United. So his left eye closing rapidly, it looks, but he always has been a battler, Steve Bruce. And Alec Ferguson will be the first to tell you that he plays through any pain. Up goes Pallister. Hughes tried to get in there. Webb almost got in there as well. Goodness knows what the defender was trying to do. Webb turning it back in again, and it came off Lee Sharp, but the flag was up offside. And it'll be a goal kick, or rather a free kick. Alec Ferguson wanted United to go through in style to the final. Well, the style has been a bit stuttery in the first half, but at least they lead by a goal to nil. McClare. Chizio. And this is Gamor. To Pish. Blackmore getting it away. Up towards Hughes. Hughes, the little flick there for Webb. Flick wide again towards Leclerc on the far side. Didn't quite reach him. Subcheck to Gamor. Chikia. Big rangy midfield player. Webb again. A little too casual with that touch. But nothing casual about Robson's challenge. He claims he went for the ball, but the German referee has given the free kick to Legia Warsaw. Ivanitsky with the free kick. Little touch there for Chizio. And Bruce the first to show there. And a pass that sends McClare on his way, but not all that far. And I have to tell you, the former Manchester United star, who's my co-commentator tonight, delighted to have Dennis Law with us, felt there might be 1 or 2 United goals in the second half, Dennis.
Well, we hope so, Brian. I said before the game it would be something like 3, but I said that they would beat Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday as well. But you look at the Legia Warsaw, they really don't have anybody, do they? I mean, when you think of great semi-finals through the years, they've always had somebody who, even if they were getting beat, they would show something. But apart from Chizio, etc., and of course, but they did have a great result in Sampdoria. But apparently, I was talking to some Italian friends of mine who said that Sampdoria played, that was the worst they'd ever played. Now, whether that was true or not, I don't know. But I mean, that was a magnificent result there. But when you have a team at home and you lose 3-1 as they did in the first game against Manchester United, then it really is an uphill battle. And then you've got to have somebody who could do something. But they don't have anybody at all.
Up goes Pallister. $44,260 the crowd here at Old Trafford tonight, the biggest crowd that United have had in Europe this season. Here's Blackmore. Bit of space now for McClare to work, but he didn't work it particularly well.
I don't know if Brian was too happy with that.
Polish clubs against English teams in Europe, played 10. They've never won, but they drew 1 here and 1 at Main Road, I'm told. Quite a contrast to what's happening in Turin to what's happening here. Baggio has now put Juventus ahead, and Barcelona have had a forward and more sent off, and 3 other players have got the yellow card. So Juventus need 1 goal now. If they can win it 2-0, their away goal in Barcelona will put them through to the final. Well, here's Phelan struggling to keep that ball in play and failing.
Well, you wouldn't put it across Juventus to get a result there. I would tell you, I'm sure if the United players, well, they obviously won't know the score at the moment, but if you had to play anybody in the final, I would think you would prefer Barcelona to Juventus.
Robson up. Ivanitsky. Gamor away down the right-hand side for him. Here's the big defender, Gamor, but sharp, quick with a challenge. Ivanitsky. Chizio. It'll be Gary Walsh's ball. Nottingham Forest now 4-0 up against Norwich City after their 7 on Saturday. Spurs 2, Everton 2 at White Hart Lane. And Ian Dowie has scored for West Ham, the equaliser against Newcastle at Upton Park. Irwin with the throw for Manchester United on the far side. Here's McClare. Back to Pallister. Played into Hughes. Tries to get Phelan away, and Irwin coming in quickly as well. And Sharp with a header. My goodness, that's the second time tonight we've had downward headers that are bounced so high. One from Phelan early in the game, and now this one from Lee Sharp that actually cleared the crossbar without the keeper touching the ball.
Well, you're always told to head the ball down, but as you said, that's the second time. He just needed to head it a little bit there, didn't it? And it would have been in the net.
Pallister. Free kick to the Poles, quickly taken. Cut out nicely though by Robson, releasing Webb. And this left-hand side is Hughes, but it won't reach him because Chahosky is there. Sharp. For Hughes. They both want it. Sharp takes it. Hughes has gone inside him. Good defending though by Chahosky, who's a Polish international, played a couple of times against England. Kept well with his man there. And the pass to Chizio on the far side wasn't a bad one either. Phelan trying to get the challenge in. Nicked off Bruce. Well, it might come for a shot on goal here. Good save by Walsh. From Ivanitsky. And his goal put Aberdeen out of this competition. And the first shot that Gary Walsh has really had to face. And the Poles have yet to win their first corner of the game. Bruce there first. Chizio. Bonk. Stopped by McClare. But a throw to Legia. It's been a hopeless task for the Poles, but to be fair, they've battled away very gamely against all the odds. Here's Pish. And a shot from Chahosky. Almost an embarrassment there, but this wasn't an embarrassment. It was a good effort here by Ivanitsky and a really good save by Gary Walsh. They say that the test of a goalkeeper often is how he performs when he's cold. And Walsh, who's had so little to do, kept himself really alert. It was a good save. And he's certainly highly rated here by Alec Ferguson, a lad from Wigan. Bruce finding Pallister, nice understanding, finding Phelan with not a very good ball, but it'll be a throw to Manchester United. So 10 minutes of the second half gone, 4-1 United lead on aggregate. Bruce. Up to McClare. Free kick to United. McClare thought about taking it quickly, decided against it. It'll be Irwin who takes it. So Irwin's free kick. Men in red shirts jostling. Pallister with a header. Right across that goal. Robson thought about making a leap for it. I think may have felt that it might have just nicked in on its own. But it went wide of the goal for a goal kick.
Everything is won in the air by Pallister, isn't it? Again, Irwin, a lovely crossover right to the back post, and he come across, and if he could have maybe just directed it a little bit down again to Robson, Robson had a chance.
Chahowski. Robson challenging, the ball out of play for a throw to Manchester United.
Well, I was just thinking, Brian, that the Poles might not have had a shot in the game, but now they've had two. One very good, which Wall saved magnificently, and then one just wide. So they'll have a little bit of encouragement from that.
Pallister. This is Bonk. And Pallister looking to get back here, but this is a goal by the number 9, Kowalczyk. Scored 2 against Sampdoria in the previous leg, and now against all expectations has looked Legia Warsaw back on level terms here at Old Trafford. An 18-year-old striker who's made the most of his chance here. Pallister struggling actually for this one and let him in, and as Walsh came out, Kowalczyk putting it under the goalkeeper's body and into the back of the net. 1-1.
But it was a beautiful ball by Bonk, and of course Pallister had just been down at the other end, didn't he, for the header, so a little bit tired, but Kowalczyk took it well for 18 years of age to knock it in. As I say, they give him a little bit of confidence, those 2 shots before, but I think that Pallister was a bit tired. Well, it's certainly livened the game up.
The aggregate now becomes 4-2, Dennis.
Do you think they'll come back?
Stranger things have happened.
I might win my 5 back.
Long free kick by Irwin, safely handled by the goalkeeper Robakovic. Blackmore. Gabor. Pallister to Bruce.
And you know something as well, I give the Saints, you know, Sheffield Wednesday in the draw on Saturday. He took £5 off me, and I wanted to double the bet up and give him Warsaw in the draw tonight, and you know, he refused.
No, he's no mug, the Saint.
What a coward.
Pallister. Blackmore's header. And Pish. Well, here's Chizio. That time straight at the keeper. But now they're beginning to pepper the Manchester United goal, and maybe if there's a little bit of complacency creeping into United's play, it needs to be knocked out fairly quickly.
Yes, I'm sure Alex will be thinking that. He'll be getting on to his captain Robson to get the rest of the players to say, all right, lads, we're leading 4-2, but as you say, Brian, let's not be complacent, because the Poles have only got to get another goal, and then we really would have a cup tie.
And then if they get one after that, we're into extra time. And all those plans about Manchester United going to Rotterdam for the final can be laid aside for a little while. So the game has just taken a slightly different complexion over these last few minutes. Chikia. Just look what it's done for their game. Pish almost in there, and it was a saving challenge that time from Clayton Blackmore. And the picture's changed a bit. Bonk with the throw for Legia Warsaw. I was saying earlier, they really battled quite gamely against the odds, and their battling has paid off now. This is Bonk again. Chahowski, the pitch beat in there, sharp. Blackmore, stopped by Gamur. Knocking the ball around quite well at the moment. Sobchak. Chizio. And it came off Clayton Blackmore. It'll be a throw to Legia Warsaw.
United have just got to get their act together again, calm down a bit. Alex will be shouting for that, I'm sure.
Forest have beaten Norwich by 5 goals to 0 following their 7 on Saturday. They're in a good run. Now let's see if United can emulate them, but no, not with that sort of pass. Kubicki there first. And really United's performance tonight compared with their performance in Montpellier and indeed their performance in Warsaw a fortnight ago, it's chalk and cheese.
It shows you, you know, you can never relax, can you?
Now trying to get behind him a bit. Comes to Phelan. Now for Webb. Played wide again for Irwin. Phelan again. Little touch for Webb. There's the cross towards McClare. Fisted away by the keeper. Robson trying to turn it back again. Just wide of the goal. Well wide of the goal in the end. And McClare, I think, felt the force of the Polish goalkeeper's fist. And Jim McGregor very quickly on again.
Well, McClare was very brave indeed to go in there, but Robagovic in the Legia Warsaw goal came out well. It was a good punch.
Let's have a look then at... not quite sure what we're going to see now. We're going to see the Polish goal, are we? From the reverse angle, the Polish goal. Here it comes.
Well, it was a long ball. It must have been all,
as you said, from Bonk.
50-60 yards, wasn't it?
And Pallister struggling. He lost it there. But there was an excellent finish. And there was nothing that Walsh could do about it. Good news for Manchester United is that Brian McClare's all right. Phelan to Pallister. Chahosky.
Even though United, you know, leading 3-1 and then of course getting that 4-1, and now they've equalised in this particular game. They've not. The game hasn't flowed, has it? It's, you know, they've had 2 or 3 very good moments indeed, but as a game flowing from the back into midfield and people going down the wing, you know, it hasn't been a great deal of that. It hasn't been a confident performance even, you know, so far, and maybe the game on Sunday has taken a toll.
Pish getting the ball in there again towards Kowalczyk. Walsh preventing it from going for a corner.
You said that, you know, it's not been a sweet performance, isn't it? You know, it's not been, you know, full of authority and, you know, knocking the ball here and knocking it there. It's little scraps and bits and pieces.
I just wonder how much the pitch has undermined their confidence, you know, Dennis.
Yes, well, that obviously has an effect. If you're trying to knock it along the ground, it obviously looks very bumpy in the middle of the park. They've watered it consistently, and that doesn't do it any, you know, it doesn't do the players any good.
Robson to Hughes. A nice turn there by Chikia. Ivaniski. Look at the space here as well. Sobchak hit it straight at Bruce. And, well, Steve Bruce, this is the 3rd time tonight he's caught it in the face.
But at times, of course, what United, they're throwing quite a few players forward, and they are getting caught at the back.
Here's Sharp. Crowd want him to really attack the defender, which is what he's done there, but still in possession. But Pish had come back to help. Timur to Pish, stopped by Robson in no uncertain terms, went through that challenge as well. A little touch for Hughes, back to the Robson again. Robson brought down, and no penalty given. That might just inspire Manchester United. That was a real captain's part there played by Robson. In goes Phelan, gets there first. In goes McClare. In comes Irwin. But that'll be a keeper's ball.
And you're right, it was a captain's part, because this is what the game needs, is what United need for other people. I mean, he did so well to play the 1-2 into the box. There's a possibility it could have been a penalty. I'd like to see it again, really. But yes, the captain, he is an important guy.
Kowalczyk, challenged there by Robson. Sharp getting back there as well. Playing it wide to Bonk. Here's Phelan. The expected United goal burst hasn't happened yet, but here's Lee Sharp. Forward now to Mark Hughes, looking to get something on the turn. Flicking the ball now for Blackmore. But a poor cross. Chikia can bring it forward now for Legia Warsaw. 1-1 here tonight, 4-2 to Manchester United on aggregate. Chizio halfway through the second half. Fish. Chahowski. And Bonk on the far side. Hitting that long ball towards Chizio. And let's see if United can put something together. And a flash from Turin. It's Barcelona who are through to the final. Juventus have won tonight 2-1, but Barcelona go through on an aggregate of 3-2.
Well, if United do go through, then I think they'll be quite pleased to play Barcelona. I would think we're playing against Juventus, very difficult game indeed.
And of course, Mark Hughes' old club, Gary Lineker's old club,
nice.
Johan Cruyff the manager, and Mal Donaghy coming on. 1-0 the score to Barcelona. 1-0 the score to Juventus. Let's get it right. 3-2 to Barcelona on aggregate.
You'll get it right.
Highlights of that after the game, of course. And a free kick to Legia Warsaw.
Yes, I think Lee Sharp just caught him there.
So Clayton Blackmore comes off. Now Donaghy is on. Talking about players who've had a good season, I think it's 7 different shirts he's worn, or 6 different shirts rather, in 7 different positions, Clayton Blackmore. And he's done really well in Europe this season. The goal we've already saw at half-time against Pecci Munkash, but of course the crucial one was that free kick in Montpellier.
Without a doubt. And of course, as you say, Brian, that probably, as Alex Ferguson said earlier in the week, I think, probably the most consistent player at United this season. He's had a marvellous season.
Here's Sharp. Long towards McClare. Kubicki away with a header. In goes Sharp again, but it comes through here to Pish. Alistair's header. And now Robson. There's some space on the far side now for Phelan. Ivanitsky trying to get back. McClare's waiting in the middle. The crossing hasn't been all that good tonight, Dennis.
That was an awful cross, really, because there was 3 United players queuing up for that cross.
Here's Robson. Now Phelan again. Let's see if we can get a better crossing this time. Webb. To Irwin, who normally does cross a good ball. There's one coming in towards Mark Hughes. Scrambled off the line there by the keeper, Radakovic. And a good cross here by Irwin, encouraging Hughes to go for this one. A good leap by Hughes. A little bit of a fumble on the line. Hughes now trying to play it wide. It comes for Webb. United exerting the pressure again. Onside, Lee Sharp. Now can he finish it off onto the right foot? Good save. Well, we doubted earlier on the quality of Lee Sharp's right foot, but he struck that with some venom. But an excellent save again by the young Polish keeper.
Nice of Sharp to come inside, as we said. We're talking about his right footer, but it was a very good shot indeed. And that's the second good save that Bakovic has had in the Legia goal.
Well, he might have some more work to do now as McClare takes it up. Hughes has made a good break as well. Corner.
Well, what have United done in the last 5 minutes is they've used the flanks, haven't they? They used the right wing and they used the left wing to get the Polish defence turning, which of course creates all sorts of problems for them, and had 2 good efforts at goal.
And just listen to the crowd. We've got a football match here suddenly.
Well, it's exciting, isn't it, when they do that?
Plastic ball on the pitch. Belted into the Stretford end by Lee Sharp to huge applause. There's his corner. Again, not a very good one. Bruce battling away. And a shove in the back. The Polish player, Pish.
I think I was 6.
There's always an argument that might have been obstruction too.
6.5 it doesn't. It always seems to go to the defender, doesn't it?
And Red Star of Belgrade are through to the European Cup final. They've beaten Bayern Munich 1-0 tonight in Yugoslavia. 3-1 on aggregate. And the scores flashing in all the time. A tremendous game at White Hart Lane tonight. Tottenham 3, Everton 3. Cambridge 4, Bournemouth 0. And here at Old Trafford, 1-1. 4-2 to United on aggregate. A bit of a stumble there again by Pallister. Here's Hughes. Robson. It's with Phelan. Now Sharp. Phelan's gone down the flank for him. He's trying to hold off the ball. Ivanitsky had gone with him. And I think the referee spotted that in fact it was an infringement and has given United a free kick. Sharp. Knocked away. Webb. Finding Sharp. Of course, the sad thing from Manchester United's point of view, Dennis, is the run into that European Cup Winners' Cup final. They've got 4 games coming up in such a short time before it, on May the 4th, the 6th, the 8th and the 11th, and the finals on the 15th.
Yes, and it's difficult for a manager to know what to do. Does he rest some players? I'm sure he will do it for some of the games, but then of course you lose your rhythm. So it is a problem for the manager. But that's an awful run in.
Robson. Here's Pallister. Phelan on the far side. Punched in towards Mark Hughes. Hughes, no, the whistle is gone. Pallister back to Walsh. Donaghy. Robson. Again the long ball. Again looking to release Lee Sharp. Taken in a lovely style on his head there. And United get a corner. Great ball from Robson. Bruce goes forward and Pallister. And let's see if the service from the corner is a little better than it has been so far. That's a better looking one. Towards Steve Bruce. Takes it on his chest. Tries to finish it off.
He was very unlucky there, wasn't he, really? Instead of heading it, he did pull it down on his chest, and that was like what your forward would do, but I think at the end he slipped a bit.
Inside the last quarter of an hour. Sharp. Taking on Gamur. Getting past him. Taking on Pish. And in the end, getting a corner out of Chicken.
He's got the confidence to do it, doesn't he? You know, take on people. He's not afraid at all. Maybe at times, and in that particular occasion, I think maybe it was a bit too many that he tried to take on, but that's not a bad fault.
Well, they're taking off Sobchak. And bringing on the number 12, Latka. Flicked backward there by Pallister. The keeper lost it for a moment. The whistle had gone. There was a foul on Kovacevic. He's got a problem now.
Well, Bruce definitely came in just a little bit late. It was the keeper's ball. Now, whether he caught him or not, you can't see. Pallister heads it on, then Bruce comes on. It is the keeper's ball, and then Bruce just sort of shoved him.
So yeah, the elbows were flying there a bit, weren't they?
It didn't look too bad, did it?
But the one thing that Alex Ferguson badly wanted tonight, as we've said before, Dennis Law, was that he wanted United to put Sunday behind them and to go into that final in Rotterdam with some style and a big flourish. And we certainly haven't had that.
No, we haven't, no. And you must say that it's never really looked that way. You felt that when United got the first goal, that was obviously 4-1 in the lead, then they started to play it about. And Alex Ferguson will be disappointed that his team hasn't done that. He would like to have gone to Rotterdam with a flourish, but it's not, you can't turn it on and off. I could understand Alex, the way that he's looking tonight, but you can't just turn it on and off. It's either there, and it's never in any particular part of the game been that way, has it? It's never been a flowing game at all. We've had little moments.
Just caught a shot there too of Archie Knox, the right-hand man of Alex Ferguson. A newspaper story up here tonight that he could be in line for the number 2 job at Glasgow Rangers, although no comment whatsoever has come from the Manchester United club.
And it wasn't the best time for something like that to come out. I mean, if it is true, I mean, it's not, Archie Knox should not be put in that position anyway before the semi-final. Hey, if it's going to be next week, yeah.
Donaghy's header, Sharp's touch. Leclerc, no. It's with Pish. Little back heeler had Robson on the arm, if anything, but just a throw given to Legia Warsaw. Sharp. Robson. Hughes. Webb couldn't reach it, and neither can Phelan. But Webb's getting back there to try and retrieve that situation. Ivanitsky on the far side now for Legia. Chizio. Dreadful pass there, going straight to Pallister. Well, his wasn't an awful lot better. Here's Pish. A free kick to Legia Warsaw, the foul by Lee Sharp.
And you feel as well, United tonight, they've played too many long balls instead of, you know, keeping possession at times. You know, they've knocked 50 yards ball, which is of course played into Warsaw's hands.
So Pish with the free kick. Robson and Hughes forming the wall. Can't believe he's going to try and strike something at goal from here, but he is. And away over the top it goes for the goal kick to Manchester United.
That was a long shot. I don't think I could have reached that in my heyday. Certainly wouldn't have attempted to score anything.
Some results coming in though. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leicester City 0. West Ham 1, Newcastle United 1. And in the 3rd division, Cambridge 4, Bournemouth 0. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, very much on course for a return to the 1st division, but they'll be disappointed at not beating struggling Leicester City tonight. Good performance by Leicester. Kowalczyk, or rather Kubicki. Another throw to Legia Warsaw. are very optimistically chanting there's only one team in Europe. Their form hasn't been all that good tonight, though. United firmly on their way to another European final, their first since that glorious summer's evening in 1968, 23 years ago, when they beat Benfica at Wembley in the European Cup final. Irwin touching it back.
Well, it might not have been a scintillating performance by United tonight, but you must think, on the other hand, that they did all the real business, as you would call it, a fortnight ago in Warsaw, where they got that marvellous result, really to put them through to the final. And in the back of the players' minds will be the fact that there isn't very long to go, and we are there. All right, we'd have liked to have pleased the crowd with a terrific performance where we flowed and scored goals. But at the end, it's they will be in the final, and it's not only for themselves, but of course for the fans.
A throw then to Legia Warsaw. Gamur will take it. Missed kick by Sharp, and another throw.
And when you think as well, Brian, the fact that this has been the first time that British club, or English clubs, I mean, have been allowed back into Europe, isn't it a marvellous achievement that United come back, get to the final, and then, of course, you couldn't get two more glamorous sides, could you, than Manchester United and Barcelona and Rotterdam?
That will be one of the great football nights of the season, no two ways about that. And although we're disappointed with the way United have played and the fact that it hasn't been any sort of spectacle for the 44,000 here and for the millions watching at home, it remains that United are going to be in that final. And it's a final you'll be able to see live with us on ITV, of course. May the 15th in Rotterdam. Make a date for that one, whatever you do.
And it's not only, of course, for Manchester United, is it? It really is for the whole of English football, to show the rest of Europe that we are a terrific country, and we're proud to be back in Europe.
Donaghy with the throw for Manchester United. Up to Hughes. Webb. Robson, a little touch. Pallister and Latka. Latka tumbles, Bruce gets the header in, Webb. Back to Walsh. A real up and under there for McClare to try and do something with. Robson, in fact, touches it on to Brian McClare. Phelan's gone wide for him. Irwin's coming up fast down that flank as well. Webb playing it in. McClare, can Sharp get to this one? The flag is up. The flag is up, and it has stayed up. Whatever happens, nothing is going to count. The flag is still up. The referee hasn't seen it, and now the linesman's put the flag down. So United go on. That time Bonk gets in before McClare.
Well, I think if he had scored, it would not have been allowed, because Sharp was definitely offside when McClare had that marvellous flick through. He must have done some of
the Poles would certainly have drawn the referee's attention to the linesman's flag.
I think they might.
Sharp with the cross. That's a good one. Chested behind there by Kubicki. And another corner to Manchester United. Irwin will take it. Just Donaghy staying back. Their 10th of the game for Manchester United, and Legia Warsaw have yet to win their first corner. There's Irwin in towards Robson, but Bonk got there just before him. Phelan's throw. Oh, he's going to leave it to Dennis Irwin. Claire. Oh, that's gone away for another one, Chizio. So Bruce up there, Pallister up there. See if United can just nail something in the last 5 minutes. Lee Sharp will take this corner. Pallister's gone to the near post this time. Bruce is waiting deep. Robson's lurking on the edge of the box. Sharp's corner. And, well, 2 United men, Bruce and Leclerc, went for that one. Whether they clashed heads as they did so, but it's with Webb trying to get Hughes away. Chizio brings it down. A free kick to Manchester United on that edge of the box. Kimura claiming that the number 11 had taken the ball. The referee will not change his mind. United will get a free kick. Sharp will take it. He'll dink a little one in there, I'd imagine, towards Pallister. There it is. In fact, it was Gamur who got the header in for Legia. Robson dinking that one in towards Hughes. Played it now for McClare. Good chip by him. It didn't quite reach Robson. Pallister dinking it in again. Robson, and the flag goes up from offside against Mark Hughes. Free kick. Last 2 minutes of the game now. We shall also be bringing you at the end of the game the goal of Juventus, which wasn't enough. It's Barcelona who are through already to this Winners' Cup final in Rotterdam on May the 15th. As sure as you can be in football, as sure as anything, that Manchester United will be the team that joins them. As well. I remember a tremendous cup tie European game here when Barcelona came here and United overturned the lead from the first leg and won 3-0. I mean, one of the great European nights here. And there's another one in prospect now in Rotterdam. The Sharp now gets up that byline. Across the far side there, and straight into the keeper's arms. The header from Mike Phelan. So a little flourish at the end for Manchester United. Lee Sharp doing some excellent work down that flank. Pallister's header. Owen's clearance. McClare won't be able to pick that one up though. Again Pallister. Latka the substitute. Chikia. To Bonk. This is for Webb. A pass for Sharp. Tries to get Webb down that flank again. McClare's in the middle. Phelan's just behind Neil Webb. And behind Webb is Irwin. Played in towards Hughes. Time added on for stoppages at the end of 90 minutes now. Manchester United go into a European final for the first time in 23 years to face Barcelona in Rotterdam on May the 15th. Not the prettiest or most convincing performances by them tonight. The goal by Lee Sharp setting them on their way. A battling performance again, of course, by Steve Bruce and the defence. Kowalczyk getting an equaliser for Legia Warsaw. But Brian Robson will lead his men to the Winners' Cup final in Rotterdam next month for one of the great footballing occasions of the season. still with a little bit of a hangover from what happened at Wembley on Sunday against Sheffield Wednesday. Again, never fully doing themselves justice. But you try and tell Alec Ferguson that now and Brian Robson.
It was nice because Alex was telling his players to keep on the pitch and sort of give the hand clap to the crowd.
Well, he won the Cup Winners' Cup with Aberdeen back in 1983. Will he win it with Manchester United in 1991? At the Stretford end, they are standing and staying and applauding. Let's have a word with Mark Hughes.
Mark, let me tell you straight away that you'll be playing Barcelona, your old club, in the final. What do you think about that, Barcelona?
Well, we knew that it was going to be a big club anyway, whoever we played. But obviously, from my point of view, I wanted to play Barcelona. But the main thing tonight is that we've just got through to the final, and it's a great night for us.
Well, it's wonderful to be at Rotterdam in the final, but was it difficult lifting yourself after the disappointment last Sunday?
Yeah, well, we knew ourselves that we didn't play very well on Sunday, and it was difficult for us tonight. I think they came with the idea they just wanted to keep the score down, really. Fair play to them, they got a goal, but basically the main thing is that we got the final.
Thank you, well done, Mark.
Right.